Where do I even begin? After international break, I'm always kind of scared after international breaks that my team will just come and play absolute disgusting football. I'm just ashamed. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. Actually, shouldn't these players be ashamed and embarrassed? Have you no shame losing to a team in the relegation zone 3-0 at home? Have you no shame having a negative goal difference? Have you no shame winning 6 games and losing just as many games? Have you no shame to have suffered 3-0 defeats 3 separate times in the last 6 games? You have not scored a goal in each of these games. In the beginning of the season, first of all, before I get into the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I promise I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna raise my voice. Okay? We were winning those games, getting lucky at the end of the games, just fortunate wins. I was celebrating, but I was a little bit cautious. I was thinking, is this really sustainable? Of course not. It's not sustainable. But I was thinking, okay, maybe we'd lose a game and then bounce back. Maybe we'll draw 2 games and then bounce back. But we started losing games. 2-1 to United, 2-1 to Chelsea, 1-0 to Galatasaray, 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Okay, these are at least narrow defeats. Okay, we can figure it out. We can come back from this. And then the goals we conceded became more, and the goals we scored became less. 3-0 to Palace, 3-0 to City, 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. 2 3-0 defeats at home in the same season. Even at the worst of our worst, I can't remember that happening. This is shameless football. It's embarrassing, it's disgusting, it's appalling, it's dreadful. It's every single terrible adjective you can think of in the dictionary. Just put it in front of Liverpool. These players have no shame. They have no shame. I even look at my attack. I say, my attack, can you at least give me a goal? Can I get an Isak goal, a Kitike goal, a Salah goal, to at least leave the game with something to smile about? No. We will give you nothing to smile about. I think I even heard a hint of booing at the end of the game. Do you know how hard it is to get Liverpool fans to boo you? Do you know how hard that is? That's the hardest thing to do in football, to get Liverpool fans to boo you. And some way, somehow, I think I heard some boos. I know I'm not, and I'm surprised it was even that loud because I saw how many fans left the stadium. Do you know how hard it is to get Liverpool fans to leave the stadium? These players are accomplishing things I have not seen in the same season in my entire life. I've never seen Liverpool fans leave the stadium like this, boo like this. I've never seen Liverpool lose 3-0 so many times in one season like this. And you know what? This is like there's no end in sight. It seems like there's no end in sight. It seems like the next game we play, it does not matter who it is against. It does not matter how poor their form is. Liverpool Football Club will find a way to lose that game. And not even just lose the game like, oh, we played well, we scored, and they got lucky. No. We'll find a ways to lose the game in the most embarrassing way possible. We probably won't score. We probably won't even play well defense. This defense is appalling. This defense is disgusting. This defense, first of all, the midfield protection is not there. There's no protection in the midfield. These players, where is the urgency to defend? If you're not gonna score, at least defend. Do one part of the pitch correctly. McAllister once again weak in the challenge, off the pace, just weak. In general, weak. And I do not recognize the McAllister I'm seeing this season. This is not like McAllister I've seen for the last couple seasons. This is just weak and pathetic. Why does he deserve to start next game? Well, because you can't bench him because Curtis Jones just played absolute trash again. Yet again. Mr. One good game in 5 games. Another poor performance. The Szoboszlai, at least you gave me something. Some shots on goal. To work the keeper. Some defensive contributions. Winning the ball back. Some key passes. Nice little flick to Salah in the box. At least you gave me something. Gravenberch, you're anonymous in the game. I don't even feel your impact in the games. You could tell me Gravenberch did not play that game. I wouldn't even. And I watched the game myself. I would believe you. Oh yeah, I didn't see him. Was he there? Absolutely anonymous. No forward passes. No thrust with the ball. No, just nothing. Weak. All of them weak. The three of them: Jones, McAllister, Gravenberch, weak. Kirkez, anonymous yet again. What is the purpose of you just running into the left wing with there's no like tactical, there's no fluidity in the run, there's no like IQ in the run. You just run into Gakpo's way. And then Gakpo, Mr. One Trick Pony, Mr. Either you give me a very good game or you give me absolutely nothing. There's no in between. There he goes again. Finally, Mo Salah looked like Mo Salah again. He was incredible. And the one game that Mo Salah goes to just his old form, the rest of the team decides to play like this. Shocking. And you know what? Give some credit to Forrest. The defended admirably, right? The McAllister shot in the first half, I thought that was a goal. Surely. Elliot Anderson, who in my video I posted last week, I talked about him being one of my favorite players to watch in world football this season. Another great performance from him. I'm thinking, oh, that's a goal. But then they're gonna call me salty. They're gonna say, oh, you're crying. But look at the goal Nottingham Forest scored. Did I not say it? Please go back. If you don't believe me, go back and watch my Liverpool Man City recap. I said that this exact goal will happen again next week, and it will not be disallowed. And this was even worse because it was actually more in the eye line. The ball traveled through the offside player. I think it was Ndoye. It traveled through, like it went past his body, and the goal was allowed. Mind you, at no point the same situation happened for Liverpool's goal against Man City. But I said it, the same thing would happen and the goal would not be disallowed because this is the league. This is how corrupt the refereeing is in this league. Or inconsistent, if you want to say it's not corrupt. That's how inconsistent it is. That the same thing will happen back-to-back weeks or back-to-back game weeks and it will be different situations. But you know what? Even if that goes against us, fine. Find your way back into the game. You catch a break with the Igor Jesus handball, which was soft in my opinion, but maybe it was like a correction for the allowing the Murillo goal. Maybe okay, do something. You come back and second half is again weak. Every team's first meaningful attack of a half against Liverpool is going to be a great chance or a goal. And what happened? Both times, both meaningful attacks, both meaningful chances for Nottingham Forest in the first and the second half resulted in a goal. This team is weak. This team is embarrassing to watch. I cannot believe the level, the drop in levels from last season to this season. And you know what? It wasn't just, the season ended, the levels dropped. It's been happening since before the season ended. After they won the league, these players I don't know if they just think that they're too good for this league now. Ever since they beat what was it? April. Ever since April, it's just been weak performance after week performance after week performance. Pathetic, and it just gets worse week after week after week. Losing 3-0 at Palace was terrible. Yes. You know, you can say, oh, it's a makeshift team, whatever. Then Man City, terrible, because you cannot lose to a rival like that. But this is the worst result of the season by far. To lose 3-0 at Anfield with your full strength squad, not full strength, but a strong 11 is pathetic. Where is Alexander Isak from Newcastle? Where is that guy? I want to see that guy. This Isak that I'm seeing right now is, and you know what? It's so easy to single out every single attacker, but it's just the whole team. I can't even blame him anymore because I see how the team plays. They're all playing terribly. So I can't even single out the newest players in the team. I can't say, oh, this guy, this Kirkez this, Verts this, Isak this, Ekitike this, when the established players are playing the drivel that they're playing already. I can't even blame them. Look at some of the look at the last goal, the Gibbs White goal. How can Hutchinson just stroll into the box like that with ease? Is the whole point of two players marking one player, not one player marks the outside and one player marks the inside. Yet somehow he just goes in between both players with ease. Great save from Allison, easy tapping for Gibbs White. Pathetic. McAllister's second goal, weak in the challenge. Savona unmarked in the midfield, weak in the middle of the box, weak. Every time I look at this team and I watch this team's performances, I just think weak, uninspired, lacking motivation, disappointing, embarrassing, shameful. Have you no shame to put on the Liverpool kit at Anfield at Anfield, and that's what you give your fans? That's what you give your fans. Hard-paying, hard-working Liverpool fans. That's what you give them. I have never in my life, I can't even remember the last time I seen Liverpool fans leave the stadium like that. Or boo. I heard boos. I cannot believe my ears and my eyes. But it seems every week, I just think, you know what, it can't get worse. And you know what, honestly, after this game, it actually cannot get worse, because the only way it could get worse is if we lost 3-0 or 4-0 at home to Wolves. That's the only way it can get worse. We can lose any game now, it wouldn't even be worse. It won't be worse than this. You have absolutely sucked the emotion out of some Liverpool fans. I see some Liverpool fan accounts on Twitter. They don't even yell anymore. They don't scream. They're not vexed. They don't care anymore. You sucked the life out of some fans. And you know what? I'm not so emotional that I'm going to be like, sack on our slot, sell this player. Look, at the end of the day, there's still things in this Liverpool team that I give them grace for, right? There's still reasons I give these players grace and this team grace. But it's exhausting to watch this team play football. They'll give you a good 15, 20 minute spell of sustained possession, sustained attacks, but they won't score anything. They won't score. And then the first meaningful attack from the opposition will always result in a goal. It's exhausting to watch. And I can't believe... And you know what, Arne Slot? I gave him so much credit last season for his tactics and the way he switched things up and the way he adapted. Now, I see nothing. In all of these losses, I see absolutely nothing in the games. Liverpool right now will win a game not because of the tactics, not because of Arne Slot's brilliance. It'll just be because either one of our attackers has an incredible game or the opposition is just that much worse than us. We're in 11th place right now. I cannot tell you where our next win is coming from. And this was supposed to be the period where we pick it up, right? We have maybe a run of easier fixtures. This is the time to pick it up, get some wins, stack up the points, catch up to Arsenal and Man City, make it a title race, make it a top 4 race, do something. More of the same. International break does not matter. It's just more of the same. These players should be ashamed of the performances that they're putting. Arne Slot should be ashamed of, and people are saying, oh, sack Arne Slot. You know, if it gets to a point, we have to, but who do we even bring in? And especially with a whole new squad that we just spent all this money on, you're going to give it to a new manager to do what with it? So there's nothing you can even say. Give some credit to Forrest as well. Sells great performance. Murillo and Milinkovic, as always, against Liverpool. It seems like against Liverpool, Forrest just become a good team, a great team. Absolute dog crap all season, but once they see Liverpool on the schedule, they turn into prime Real Madrid or something. I don't know. But great performance from the back line. Savona gets his goal. Murillo gets a goal. Milinkovic, great last ditch tackles, clearances. Same for Nico Williams. Played a decent game against Salah, even though Salah got into the box quite a bit. Great Elliot Anderson again. I told you guys, one of my favorite players to watch right now. Gibbs White, another good performance. English Jesus actually did a decent job holding up the play, linking up the play, kind of pushing the Liverpool the defense, the back line back. Got Konate his yellow card. Just overall decent, number 9 play. So it wasn't like it was just a smash and grab. They actually played good football when they got into Liverpool's box. But everybody does at this point. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm telling you right now, if we were to play Wolves next week, Wolves would look the best they've looked all season. I can guarantee you that João Neves and Andre and all those guys will look like Pedri and Vitinha against our midfield. I just guarantee you that. I don't know who we're playing next, but it doesn't even matter. I don't even want to look ahead because I'm just going to think about how we're going to lose that game next. This is pathetic. And there's no other words to use to describe this Liverpool team other than just shameful and weak. It's just weak. It's just weak. And to put on that Liverpool kit, especially at Anfield, and consistently put in such performances over the course of the season, to me, it's indefensible. I will say I will give some grace because of situations that have happened over the summer and throughout the season, but it's exhausting to watch this team play football. Listen, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Liverpool fans, Forest fans, credit to Forest. Another good performance against Liverpool. That's now 3 of the last meetings in a row. Forest have now lost against Liverpool. I think it's 2 wins and 1 draw. So credit to Forest and their players. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.